blowing simple, liberal minds with every idea. Critical thinking is his specialty. Dillon Atkins.
3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, thank you again for listening. I want to do something different today, and that is I'm so tired of hearing all the bad news about our country, about America. I'm tired of it, and I think most people are. They are important. We do need to pay attention. We do need to do things to mitigate the issues and to get rid of the issues and make sure our country's on the right track. I mean, we have so many scandals going on right now. I'm sick of the word scandals, for one thing. It's irritating. There's so many of them. There's Benghazi and the IRS and the VA and Fast and Furious and now all the illegal immigrants coming in. I'm just sick of all these things. So you know what? We're going to do something different, and that is to show that America is still the best place to be. Because let me tell you something. I have never been anywhere but America. But I have family members who have. My dad has been in Afghanistan, and my great uncle was in the Navy. He's been all around the world, and I've heard stories. I've seen pictures, and the worst day we could ever have in America is far, far ahead of anything people in some of these countries around the world could ever even dream of. And so what we're going to do for this show is we are going to actually look at some of the stories that show why America is worth fighting for and why we need to be happy for what we have, because we could lose it all tomorrow. And it's time that we actually take into consideration what we have and why we need to fight. The first story we have up, I got it from the Huffington Post. You can go look it up for yourself if you want to see the video that they have up about it. But it's the title is "There's No Obstacle Too Big for This Dad's Love." The dad's name is James Geyer. The son's name is Jonah. Jonah has cerebral palsy and is a quadriplegic. But he loves outdoors. I saw the video on the Huffington Post. And he absolutely loves outdoors. And what they do every summer at the beginning of hiking season is they go hiking. And they do that all summer. And they have this really, it's hard to describe. It's really cool, it's kind of like a trailer for the dad that Jonah sits in. And it has one wheel at the back, and it attaches to a belt that the dad wears. And they hike. And it's absolutely incredible. The video shows them hiking up the Arches National Park or State Park. Anyway, and it's really incredible. There's a quote from his dad, from Jonah's dad, James, and it says, "We just have a special relationship with Jonah, my wife and I. He's really kind of a best friend as well as our son. He's probably the best company that you can have." He's 60 years old, the dad is, and absolutely incredible. He hikes with his son up these mountains, and one of the comments said, "I've hiked these mountains many times, and that gives me double respect for the dad because he pulls his son up the mountains." He actually used to sit in a backpack. They had a backpack made for him. Oh, there it is. Utah's Arches National Park. That's what it is. And they used to carry him in a backpack until he reached 70 pounds, and they had to come up with a new way of carrying him. But it's this cool cart that has like a sling kind of thing, so you can kind of sit in it. And then here's for me the truly amazing thing. In the winter, they go skiing with him. They put him on a ski sled and they go skiing with him. And even though he has cerebral palsy, even though he's a quadriplegic, this kid's smile is absolutely incredible. He's so excited. He's so happy. He really does have an infectious smile, and that's something I want you to go look at. All of these things I want you to go look at and read for yourself, because it is something that truly tells you why we need to fight and for what we have, and to see these things keep going. That's on the Huffington Post. There's no obstacle too big for this dad's love. The next one we have is a girl is rewarded after writing ticket to police officer who parked illegally. I saw this one on Facebook, but I went and looked it up myself. You can just type in that title and it'll come up. And this girl's name is Annie James, and she is from Baytown, Texas. And she's 14 years old, and she saw a police officer's car parked in their apartment complex illegally on a fire lane. He went into the leasing office. They don't tell what he was doing, but he went into the leasing office, and she was, I guess, riding her bike or walking around or something. And she came home, and she walked by, and she saw the police car parked in the no parking zone. And so she wrote him a ticket, just a handwritten ticket on a little piece of paper. And it said, "You are in violation of the Bay Oaks apartment rules. Parking in fire lane, parking on curb, and not head-in parking. Your fine is $10 to our apartment. Manager, Mrs. Jamie." The officer is Tommy King, and he was very surprised that she asked that the money be paid to the apartment complex and not herself. So instead, what he did, instead of paying the fine, he actually went and got a $40 gift card to Toys R Us, and they're still friends now. She has police detail as long as she wants it. But to me, that's a really cool story. So he was impressed with her bravery to say, "You know what? I'm not going to let even a cop get away with this, so I'm going to give him a ticket." And she did, and it came back in a different way than what she thought. And to me, that is something that is very important. This doesn't happen all the time. That's why they're big stories when they do happen. But it's something that shows that in America, we still have respect for each other. We hear all these stories. I talk about them on this show. You hear stories all the time of people who are disrespecting each other, people who are hurting each other, countries who are hurting another country. And there's still amazing stories out there of people who actually care about other people, people who actually love just people. And that's something that we need to remember. The next one is a war veteran returns home to find $70,000 makeover to his house. The officer's name. Let's hope I get this right. His name is Sergeant Jacinto Bernardo. I'm hoping that is his. I'm not butchering that name. I'm terrible with names, but his name. He's a Marine and a Iraqi war veteran, and they bought a home in January. Him and his wife, and this one is on Good News Network. If you want to Google it and look up the title, "War Veteran Returns Home to Find $70,000 makeover. Tears ensue." And he comes home from Iraq to his house that him and his wife bought in January. And they were planning on putting money into it. They were planning on remodeling it and things like that. But instead, he came home in a limousine to a house that has been completely remodeled. The backyard has been redone. The kitchens, the floors, the paint, everything, the outside has been redone. And it was by his friend and his boot camp buddy, Jeremy Epperson. He rounded up volunteers, money, and put $70,000 worth of work into the house as part of a program he's calling Homecoming Heroes. This has a double meaning for me. The first meaning is that, again, people care about people in this country. Remember that. Do not forget that, and go be somebody who cares about somebody. Not to get your name on Facebook, not to get your name on radio shows and TV shows and the news and on websites, but do it because we're human beings. You need to treat other human beings the way you want to be treated. And it's the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And that's something very important. But the other thing is that veterans in this country have fought so hard. Veterans have fought. I don't want to say harder than any other country, but I tell you what, they definitely are not afraid to stand up for their country and what they believe in. And to me, every veteran is worth this. Veterans, people may go into the military in one way, in one fashion. They may be down on their luck. They may be troubled people. But when they come out, I think they deserve the benefit of the doubt. They see such horrible things. They go through such horrible things. They have to do horrible things in a lot of cases. These people deserve our respect. They deserve our love. They deserve the best that this country has to offer. America is the most blessed country in the world. And I posted on Facebook a while ago. It may be hard to find. You might have to scroll for a while. But I posted a post on Facebook that basically says what America is. And America isn't the land. It's not. So here's the post. The love for America is not so because it is where we were born. It is so because America offers freedom, liberty, and honor. The love for America by Americans is so because of the strength it creates in its people. See, America, what America is not the land, but the spirit of everyone who calls that land home. America is more of a state of mind than it is a country or a piece of dirt. We were born in this country for a reason, I think. And that reason is that we are the most blessed people in the world. And what can we be doing with that? There are people who go hungry every day in this country and in others. We could help them. We have so much money. We have so much food. Even the poorest of the working poor, I did say working poor, just to clarify, I don't want to hear anything about, well, anyway. The poorest of the working poor are still richer than a lot of countries. We are so, I think to be honest with you, I think the problem is we become so spoiled with what we have that we think we deserve it. We don't deserve it. We work for it. We work for it. That's how you get what you get. That's how you have what you have. If you don't put anything in, you're not going to get anything out. But if you put everything you have in, you're going to get the most that you can possibly ever have out of it. Out of this life here. These stories are not something that is just fun to talk about. These stories are not something that is just interesting to say because I need to fill a week of show time. It's not that. What it is it is a story that shows that Americans are still compassionate towards other people. It shows that there are still people out there, contrary to what a lot of people want you to think, there are still people out there who believe in what America is, believe in helping each other, helping your brother or sister out when they need it, and putting other people ahead of yourself. I've been accused of saying, well, you just don't like immigrants. You don't like people coming into this country that were not born here. If I can get it out of my mouth straight. That's not true. That is not true. I love people to come to this country because that shows me that we're doing something right if they want to come here. What I want is for them to come legally. I want them to come and be in the system the same as me, the same as you. I want them to be able to come and have the same opportunities we have and not take opportunities from our people, from the people who were born here. See, to me, somebody who was born in Guatemala and lives here and came through immigration and went and became a U.S. citizen and learned English, they are as much of an American as I am, and I was born here. But somebody who comes here illegally just to take advantage of what we have, that's not an American. That's a criminal. If you come here seeking work, if you come here seeking shelter and a better life, and you go through the correct legal channels, then you are just as much an American as I am, and you deserve just as much help as I do, and you deserve just as much opportunity as me. This is America. It's the land of opportunity. You can make anything of yourself here. Why wouldn't anybody in the world want to? I mean, everybody in the world wants to come here. Well, not everybody, but most. And I think we should welcome them if they come through legally. That was a little bit of rabbit trail, and I am sorry for that. But the point is, we need to remember that above all else, above all of the political rhetoric, above all of the fighting among, right wing and left wing and center and people who are rhino Republicans and whatever you want to call this stuff, all of this political mess that's going on, all the power struggle among our leaders, one thing that we need to remember above all of that stuff is that we are Americans. We have opportunities, we have abilities, and we need to use those to help other people, not help ourselves. We can help ourselves, that's fine, but we need to put other people above ourselves. If somebody else, we take care of our needs at home first, but if somebody else needs help paying rent or needs help buying food for their kids, and they are working hard, they are working a job that is just not making quite enough money right now, but they are working as hard as they can, you help them instead of buying a new TV or buying a new car. Help them. Help them. If you're a Christian, put money into the mission field. Give to your church. Pray. It's time that we remember that we need to help other people and put other people ahead of ourselves. Because we're Americans. That's what this country, part of what this country was founded on, is helping others. Putting yourself in a position so you can help others. That's what we need to remember here. Go look up those stories for yourself. Go read them and watch the videos. They're very inspiring. If you Google what I told you to Google, there's a whole lot of other inspiring and good story videos out there. Like, get something in your mind that isn't just the political crap of the day, and we'll put that in your mind too, because we need to be involved and knowledgeable about what's going on. But we need to remember what is important in life, and that's not the political junk. What's important in life is helping each other and making sure we stay in a position to help other people. And that does require us fighting for the freedoms that we have and the freedoms that we have kind of lost. We need to get them back. But go Google those stories and watch as many of them as you can, get in as good of a mood as you can, and go out and help somebody this week, all right? Thank you so much for listening to the show. If you liked it, tell a friend. If you didn't like it, tell two. I'll see you next time.